Let me paint a picture for you. The family trust has been the go-to for savvy investors. It's like that trusty old pair of jeans you can't part with. Comfortable, reliable, and has seen you through the best and worst of times. But here's the twist. While the SMSF isn't exactly the new kid on the block, its recent ability to borrow has suddenly given it a fresh edge. So it's definitely become the new buzzword amongst investors. We've heard people say things like, I love the flexibility that my SMSF gives me to control my super investments. But which of the two are better buying structures? Let's find out. A family trust is an agreement where assets are transferred to a trustee to hold on behalf of beneficiaries, typically family members. Think of it as a protected vault, where assets are stored, managed, and distributed based on the trust terms. But what sets a family trust apart from the other structures? Well, the trustee holds the power. They decide how the income and capital gains are distributed among beneficiaries. And with that comes quite a few benefits. For example, the trustee can distribute income in the most tax-efficient manner, potentially reducing the overall tax bill. So let's say the family trust generates an income of $100,000 in a year. Within the family, there are 3 beneficiaries. John, who has a personal income of $150,000 and falls into the higher tax bracket. Jane, a part-time worker with an income of $40,000, placing her in a lower tax bracket. Their son, Alex, a university student with an income of just $10,000 from a part-time job. So, instead of giving an equal share to all, the trustee might allocate a larger portion of the trust's income to Jane and Alex, who are in the lower tax brackets. This means that a significant portion of the trust income would be taxed at the lower rate than if it were distributed to John, resulting in overall tax savings for the family. This is just a super basic example, but it's a lot more complex than this because the trustee needs to justify why they chose to distribute more to the beneficiaries with the lower tax bracket. But you get the idea. There are a few other reasons why someone might choose to invest with the family trust. Asset protection. The assets in the family trust don't belong to the beneficiaries. This means they're shielded from personal liabilities like bankruptcy or legal disputes. Estate planning. Family trusts can bypass the complications of a will, ensuring assets are passed down seamlessly to the next generation. And flexibility. The trustee has discretion in distributions, allowing for adaptability to changing family or financial situations. But there are a few things that you should keep in mind. For one, beneficiaries don't legally own the assets. They enjoy the benefits, but the title remains with the trustee. Setting up and managing a family trust isn't free. There are establishment costs, annual fees, and potential tax implications. Family trusts also come with their own set of rules and regulations, and mismanagement can lead to legal repercussions and tax penalties. Oh, and one more thing. Any undistributed income might be taxed at the highest marginal rate. So you need to make sure you are distributing it all each year. Now, let's talk about the SMSF. An SMSF, or self-managed super fund, is a private superannuation fund that you manage yourself. Unlike traditional super funds, where professionals oversee thousands of members, you are managing it yourself. This means you are in the driver's seat, making all the key decisions, from selecting the specific investments to setting the overall investment strategy to ensuring compliance with tax and superannuation laws. It's all in your hands. You'll be responsible for tracking the performance of your investments, adjusting your portfolio as market conditions change, and ensuring the fund remains compliant with ever-evolving regulations. The benefits of this hands-on approach include control, flexibility, and transparency. And the main reason why more and more investors are going this route is because SMSF can borrow money to invest in property through limited recourse borrowing arrangements, a feature not typically available in other super funds. Just to clarify, a limited recourse borrowing arrangement is a specific type of loan made to an SMSF, where the lender's rights to recover the loan amount in the event of a default are limited to the assets purchased with that loan. This means that the other assets within the SMSF are protected and cannot be accessed by the lender, ensuring a layer of safety for the fund's other investments. So there are a lot of pros, but an SMSF also demands a higher level of commitment, knowledge, and diligence. Managing your own super requires time and effort. The rules and regulations governing SMSF are complex. It's not cheap. So which one's for you? Is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Do you stick with the tried and tested family trust, or take a leap of faith with an SMSF? If you're all about control, flexibility, and ready to roll your sleeves and dive deep into the nitty-gritty of investments, the SMSF might be the way to go. But if you're looking for something a tad more hands-off with a sprinkle of protection and a dash of flexibility, the family trust might still hold its charm. At the end of the day, it's not about what's trendy or popular. It's about what fits you, your goals, your dreams, your financial journey. So, what's it going to be? The trusty family trust or the flashy SMSF? Drop your thoughts in the comment below.